Hi, I'm going to show you how to use the consignment tool today. So just go ahead and open it. And this is what you're going to see immediately, the YouTube video. So just go ahead and press play if you want to learn some more steps. Go ahead and read that message. And then right away, you'll see the YouTube video. Press play. It's going to be this tutorial. At the bottom, you'll see 4 tabs. One for your balloons. One for all your stents too, as you can see here, and then a separate one to submit all your exhibit B's, and I'll go through all this with you in a second. So we'll just start off with stents, just for an example. What you're going to notice immediately is all the yellow. So wherever you see yellow is somewhere you can and should input something. So if you want some Superas or OmniLinks or Herculinks, just go ahead and fill in the yellow information spots. Let's start off up here. So TM name, that's just who you are. The account number, the location, so this would be like a default or a cath lab or 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 something like that, and then the account name. Okay, and let's just use Absolute Provascular for an example right now. The first category we're going to start off with is expected account share, so I just circled that right there. And that's basically just the amount of business we have at that account. Simple enough. So I'll just go ahead and put 85%. Next is utilizations per case. So that's how many units are used per case. Typically it's between 1 and 2 for stents. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the average of that, 1.5 for an example. And then the third category is case volume per month. So that's how many times they're going to use something that would involve Absolute Pro per month. Then right after that, what you're going to see is a suggested consignment amount based on the metrics you provided. So if you have all those things, you're suggested 115 units if all those if that information is true. And then desired is what you put. So we'll go ahead and put 100 in just for us. And as soon as I click 100 in there, I get a new tab. That's my Absolute Pro tab, and that tab is just going to be whatever product you put the information in. A new tab will pop up, and that's pre-populated exhibit B, just like you see them regularly. So it's the old-fashioned one. Has all the part numbers, all the sizes, and a suggested quantity, and as well as a desired quantity. So the suggested quantity, the one that the mouse is circling right now, that's based on the information you provided us and rounded up to the top 80% of units sold nationally. Desired quantity is if you don't like the mix, you can go ahead and fill in how many units you want in the desired quantity. Keep in mind, if you put something in desired quantity, it's going to override the suggested quantity. So we're going to go by that rather than suggested if you go ahead and do that. So you can go ahead and edit that. So say here you want one of each of these, and maybe 50 of those, and 40 of those, and 5 of those, and 5 of those. Oh, there's an error. It says you requested more than you indicated on the summary page. Please adjust your SKU mix accordingly. Yes. So if you remember before, we put 100 units requested, and in the exhibit B, you requested a lot more than that. So it has to be consistent between the 2 pages, and if you want your own SKU mix, then it has to equal less or what you put on the summary page. But you can divvy that up however you want. So for instance, I can put 10 there and put another 15 there, and so on and so forth. It's pretty simple to understand if you spend some time with it. And again, I just want to reiterate, if you put information in desired quantity, it's going to override the suggested quantity. Okay? So desired overrides suggested. And then basically when you're done with that, go ahead and click this big gray button. What's it going to do? It's going to run a macro, and then the macro is going to put all your exhibit B's and the summary pages onto a big PDF file, email it to you, and I'm going to open it up just to show you. And there it is. So that's the first page, another page, and then there's your Exhibit B. So it's just like, it's just going to make it for you. There's really no thinking of it. You don't have to email a thing and attach anything or anything like that. You just have to click a button. So so that's how you do it for basically any and all products. But what about the ones that require business cases? This is Supera and Armada 18. Again, you go through the regular process of putting in the metric information, and once you put in your desired amount there, you're going to get this little message: a business case is required. So once you get that message, see this big yellow box in the bottom, just go ahead and write the nuances in there, the reason why you want it, and so on and so forth, because that's needed for records. We need to evaluate Supera and Armada 18 is different. And when you're done with that, click that big green button right there for Supera only, and it'll do the same thing. It'll send an email. Armada 18 has a similar procedure. There's a green button to the side that says for Armada, or for Armada only. And that's basically it. So if you have any questions, you can just give me a call or email me, and I'll help you out. So thanks for using the tool.